shit, Rick.
Higher. Go. There, go. Go. There, go. Bounce.
All right, guys, I think we got enough of the cut.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins review, and I wish I was coming here with some better news. I wish, all those videos we just made and everybody's all joyous and happy. Hey, the Redskins are, doing something good for once and this or that. Well, we all forgot that we're the Redskins, and, we're going to blow it. We're going to just be the same old team that we always keep sitting here telling ourselves, we're not going to be, and, we keep getting hopeful and like, hey, maybe this year's going to be different. How many years have we sat here and said, this year's going to be different? It's just, and we still get tricked into, even me, look at my last videos and stuff, like, even I got tricked into it, all right? But freaking open my phone and, hey, guess what? Reuben Foster getting carted off the field at OTAs with a huge brace on his knee. The guy couldn't even stand. It's pretty bad when you're getting carted off and you can't even stand up. Like you can't even put any pressure on your leg. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad news. Now, the thing for us, sure, okay, Reuben Foster, it sucks. We have other people who can play the position. Honestly, Reuben Foster was going to have to come in and probably beat out someone like Mason Foster. Sean Dion Hamilton. We got some guys who can play. But, now, the loss of Zach Brown. I didn't love Zach Brown. He had flashes and stuff like that, but I don't think Zach Brown is, a complete package. But now that we're looking at our team who is just literally cursed somehow, like, I think the last 2 seasons we've led the NFL in having players on IR, and this. I even mentioned this back before when I was saying I have a love-hate relationship with Jay Gruden. Is it really a coincidence? Is it really a coincidence that the last 2 years have been this bad, and then yet again the season's not? It's not like this happened in preseason, like, Jesus, man, like, what do we got to do? When do we get a break ever for once? Like, when, dude? I don't get it, man. And like I said, I have the love-hate relationship with Jay Gruden, but for real, the last 2 seasons we've had some of the most injuries in the NFL, and you're the head coach. Everyone who works for the team, you have a say in all that. Am I blaming Jay Gruden? Not. I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point, dude. Like the last couple years, how bad has it been? And we're already off to a horrendous start. Like who am I supposed to blame? Is there anyone to blame? If you had to look at it, it's never been this bad for us. We've always had shit happen, go wrong for us in the injury department, but under Jay Gruden, it's been pretty bad, dude. So, yet again, this goes back to my whole love-hate relationship with Jay Gruden. I like the dude as a person, but like I said, if he didn't come back this season, I wouldn't be that upset about it, because it's things like this. And like I said, who knows? Who knows what we're going to do? And I don't really love Mason Foster. I'm not in love with Mason Foster, but guess what? At least, Mason Foster, there's a reason that he's still around, because one, look how hard it is to replace him. The guy at least, I don't remember him having that bad of an injury history. Like, he played most of the games when he was on the team. Now Reuben Foster, a guy that we all were really looking up to and hoping, could help turn this football team, this defense around. Man, it's like what is it? Like, they said, like, the third play into OTAs, the dude's destroyed his knee. Like, man, Only the Redskins, dude. Only the Redskins that would happen to. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus, give us a freaking break, dude. Give us a break for once, dude. Just for once, man. Like, we were just up here trying to be happy about our entire freaking situation, and then just out of the freaking blue, already losing super talented people. Like, I mean, like, Jesus, what can we say? Like, we're sitting here trying to do the best to even put a team together, and then people are just dropping like flies, dude. Like, what is it? That's why, like, what else am I supposed to say except for Jay Gruden? What else are we, if we're literally trying to sit here and try to pick out, like, what's causing all these injuries, what else am I supposed to say right now at this point besides Jay Gruden? Like, the past couple of years, how bad it's been. Sure, give him all the props in the world for making the most out of having a depleted football team with injuries, but you're also the head coach. You're also running these practices. You're also, I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what it is, dude, but it's been really bad. It's been really bad. And like 3 plays into OTAs, where one of our best up-and-coming, most promising defensive players is probably done. Like, what else am I supposed to say? If I'm trying to sit here and just put my finger on it, if I'm like, hey, this has been really bad the past couple years, but, what could I really just sit here and say? No, that has to be probably the reason. Where else am I supposed to look? Where else am I supposed to look besides the head coach, the person who's running all these practices? You know what I'm saying? Getting these guys prepared. Whose job is it to get these guys prepared and get these guys on the field? I'm sure remember Deuce Gruden or whatever was like the strength and conditioning coach or whatever. Like, he's in charge of some of that shit. And I just don't, I don't want to blame the dude, but what else am I supposed to do? What else are we supposed to do right now? Who else do we look at? This has been, no other team had to deal with this shit. No other team has had it this bad, dude. 2 quarterbacks with broken legs. Like, the most people on IR in 2 seasons in a row. And it's just starting, like, man, it's been bad. Like, I don't know what else to say, dude. And then also another thing, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the Redskins being on Hard Knocks. Nah, F that, man. I don't want the Redskins to be on Hard Knocks, dude. The last thing I want is to have another distraction. The last thing I don't care. Sure, it would be cool to see some inside scoops, some inside news with our players and be like, oh, you get to know these players a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's cool. But the last thing I want is more distractions for our football team. That's the absolute. None of you should want it. None of you should want that. Being on Hard Knocks is nothing but a nuisance. It's not worth it. I don't care how much cool, in-depth shit I get to see about the Redskins. All I want is for them to win. And we can't even win without being on Hard Knocks. So what do you think, sitting here having camera crews all around and shit is going to be like? It's going to be a distraction, and none of you should want it. It should not even cross your mind. It's only things, like, every team that's on Hard Knocks is a bad team as well. So that's just admitting that you're in that category. You should have more pride in that. You don't want to be on Hard Knocks. It's just a distraction. It's cameras. It's stuff to sell tickets and shit like that. I don't care about that. All you got to do is win, and then you'll sell tickets. How about that? Figure out a recipe to win. Figure out how to not have every single person on our team die before they even make it to the NFL season. How about that? We got shit to work on. I don't want any camera crews all walking around our buildings and shit. Nah, F that, man. I don't know why there's so much talk about it. It's stupid in my opinion. And that's literally all it is. It's to sell merchandise. It's to give fans content. But guess what? You shouldn't want that content. That content should come because it's such a demand for it, because the Redskins are just destroying teams in the NFL, and then they want to be like, hey, people care about the Redskins, let's give them more content. Not, hey, there's nothing going on with the Redskins, so let's try to force some type of content out there and try to, maybe that'll bring people around. Nah, F that. It's pretty much all I got, dude. Reuben Foster, probably out for the year. If he's not, it's a miracle. it's a miracle if he's not. I mean, when you can't even stand up, when they have to put a brace on your entire leg, and you can't even stand up on your own. Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty bad deal though, there, bro. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be some people who think, you know, Jay Gruden has nothing to do with this. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Who knows, dude? Who knows? It's literally like we're cursed. It's literally like we're cursed. I like, that's what I'm saying. Like, who do we point the finger to? How can we stop this? How can we? Like, I have no clue. So let me know what you guys think. I'm sure some people have their own opinion, and I'm willing to listen. So hopefully it gets better than, I mean, I don't know. Let's be honest. Let's stop the whole thing with hope. Like, we just sat here with all this hope. Hey, the Redskins, you know, for once we're not being talked about in a bad light, and for once things are going right for us, and then, nope. Nah, you're the Redskins. You're pathetic. You're the Redskins. You're the guys who are gonna get all hopeful for this running back you just drafted, and he's not even gonna make it to the first game of the NFL season, and da 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 da. The list goes on and on, dude. Like, we get destroyed. It's like it's planned. It's like somebody hates us. It's like literally we're cursed, dude. It's what it seems. It's like what it seems, dude. I don't know what else to say. As much as I hate trying to go out and keep firing coaches. You don't want to. That's another thing. Like I said, I call it the Browns type shit. That's what the Browns do. They fire everybody in their building and just get everybody new and think that's going to help, and it never does. But at this point, like I said, who else do we point the finger to? What else? Like, maybe it's just a coincidence. Hey, maybe we're, you know, like, at this point, I'm willing to say, hey, maybe it's Jay Gruden. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else to do. If I had to argue the facts, like put my finger on one thing, what else can we do to say, hey, it's this. This is what's causing this, besides Jay Gruden at this point, which is really unfortunate. So, that's it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.